good morning, or good day, everyone. We will be starting in precisely 5 minutes, or 4 minutes now, at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we'll give everyone time to filter into the room to join us, and then we will begin the discussion about suicide prevention. Thank you all for being here. Peace and blessings. Welcome, my dear mentor and business partner, Dr. Anjan. Can you hear me all right?
Perfect.
I hear you loud and clear as well. Great.
Yeah. And so nice to see the enthusiasm of individuals who are here, to participate. We start in another 4 minutes from now, but still, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Nestorita, Esha, my brother Ashok, Khalida, Ernest, my dear friend Kerieto. Yeah, 4 more minutes to go, and this is going to be very exciting. Something which can happen to somebody tomorrow, someone who's a friend, a family member, somebody one doesn't know. It's a very vital topic. Not very many people talk about it, and Rachida, honest, more than what we say today, I feel I would like to, really get people to put in their views, their suggestions, their questions to understand, you know, a discussion should be under 3 minutes per participant so that we can take in more, but so vital. It could really, bring a smile in somebody's life. So, Rachina, I think your maiden effort, I wish you well as a colleague, as a friend, and a venture of the Royal Academy of Excellence. Yeah, Rachida, over to you.
Thank you so much, my dear friend and John. This is something, as you know, is near and dear to my heart because God gave me another chance, and I didn't succeed when I was attempting suicide several ways, different methods. But thank God I didn't succeed because if I did, I wouldn't be here to help others. So I spread the message, the awareness that suicide is not the way out. There's healthier ways to cope with life's trials and tribulations. And that some of the stuff we're going to be talking about today to give people hope, to give them a positive way out so they don't get that lonely, get that depressed to where it leads to suicide. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us, but it's my life's mission to save as many lives as possible through this awareness. That's why I do what I do. So thank you for supporting me on this journey.
Yeah, with 1 more minute to go, let me tell you, there would be about, on a rough estimate, at least about 1,400 people all over the world on various platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and the others who have envisaged their interest. And I know for certain that it's just not the six in the lounge, there'll be far more. So I think this is going to give an interesting perspective to everybody who is here. In exactly half a minute, Rachida, I'd like you to greet everybody, please. Acknowledge their presence. After you've finished your bit of 10 minutes, I speak for less than 10 minutes. And I want to do it the other way around. I want individuals to come up, speak on their experiences, their solutions, their observations for 3 minutes each, and then we'll see how we're going to carry it forward. So, Rachida, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to begin by welcoming our dear friends in the audience. We have Nestorita, if I said it right, Ashok, our dear brother. I can't say this other one. Forgive me. Isha, sorry. Looks like Khalid, Ernest, Sharito, my good friend, Athul, We have Dr. Leslie Flowers, Brandon. We have Margaret, my sister, Anthony Ayodi. Sorry if I say it wrong. And then we also have, last but not least, what I see on my screen, Angel Hill. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Lots of love, peace, and blessings to all of you. Thank you for joining us for this vital discussion. Is really critical because I'm not sure if you guys realize the statistics about suicide. I was doing some research and I noticed that according to WHO, the World Health Organization, over 700,000, yes, you heard me right, 700,000 lives are lost a year across the globe. That equals about one or almost two people per minute that lose their lives to the suicide. So it's not to say the least that this is serious issue that we need to conquer, if not in our lifetime, in our children's lifetime, God willing. And that's why we're here, my friends. Dr. Anjon, over to you.
Thank you, Rachida. This is a fact that I have spoken very briefly about on audio about a reason which everybody knows. Everybody knows we are human. If we have happy moments, we have low moments. The problem is once it starts to reach a low F and you are lonely, that is a correct prescription for one to contemplate ending one's life. Not realizing that the very next day there is a new bright sunshine. Without exaggeration, I would like to tell the audience that uh, 600 couples I have been able to save from the tours of death when they came to say final goodbye to me. That's a good 1200 odd individuals. Yet, yet, I didn't, I couldn't manage in say about 10%. It's a sad fact, but that's the reality. Now, this is something deep. It is the educated who contemplate suicide. The educated are the ones who know the methodology, they understand and they deeply understand relations and their future. You see the nomadic tribes, the hermits, people living in the hills, people in happy areas, your grandparents, their grandparents, they stuck to each other through thick and thin. After they went away from the altar, being married for lifelong, that doesn't happen anymore. And this loneliness is one of the major culprits of suicidal tendencies. A harakari in the Second World War was done out of pride for the nation. Rather than fall into the hands of the enemy, they would commit suicide, but that was a different reason altogether. Then again, if you understand people on death rows, the electric chair, the gallows, hanging, the deadly sword, they're kept in isolation. They know that one fine day, suddenly out of the blues, they'd be taken and done with. And there is a vigil kept 24 by 7. The highest suicides are in the prisons, not in the open. The highest suicide level, which I would attribute to at least 60-40, is in the West, not in Middle East or the less literate part of Asia. What does it actually tell us? It tells us if education can brighten our lives, it can also threaten our lives. So, I mean, I would like to also welcome, I see Michael, my dear friend Leslie, Angel, the Jam, Margaret, Anthony, Jericho, so many, my brother, everybody. So, I would like to, in this room, for the first time, I'd like people to come up, raise their hands, come up and share what they really feel, and keeping the fact that we have exactly an hour and we would like to respect the time which we have been accorded by LinkedIn, we would appreciate everybody to be kindly considerate, keep their observations, questions, their solutions to around 3 to 5 minutes. That'd be proper. Thank you very much. Over to you, Rachida.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anjan. And I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some of our dear friends and family members who have joined us in the audience here. We have Michael, Judith, Tajuddin, if I said it right, hopefully, Dr. Tanya, and my dear friend Peter. Thank you so much for your support. You guys have always had my back, and I really thank you for being part of this journey. It's a collective movement, the suicide prevention, you know. None of us can do it alone. So we need to band together like we are today. And this is just one of a zillion discussions across the world that we need to have to open people's eyes, open their hearts, open their minds, so they're aware of the significance of this serious issue that's taking so many dear lives far too early. So it's really important that we have these discussions. And like Dr. Anjan said, I implore each of you to come up on the stage if you're so inclined, if you're, open and vulnerable and brave enough to speak what's on your heart. Anything that is on your heart. This is a judgment-free zone. No one will be ridiculed. No one will be, judged or put down or insulted or anything. We only ask that you be kind and respect everyone. Simple, you know, adults here, and keep your share to like 3 to 5 minutes if possible, so we can, close on time. And hopefully, we will have more of these events coming in the near future. But in the meantime, this is just a first dialogue because we need to have many more discussions like this because people don't communicate enough. They just bottle things inside, and by bottling things inside and suppressing them, like a volcano, one day it's going to erupt, and sometimes it erupts in the form of arguments, conflicts, altercations, and other times it erupts in the form of suicide, which we do not want. We don't want anyone to lose their life from suicide. That is the worst thing possible. So I do see our dear friend Lisa Fevic. Thank you for joining us. Welcome aboard. So if anybody wants to come up, please go ahead and raise their hands. I see we have a couple already. Brother Ashok, I'm going to bring you up. Oh, and I'll be bringing you one at a time, okay? So it will be Brother Ashok, and then we have Anthony. I'll bring you up right after Brother Ashok, Anthony. Brother Ashok, the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Kindly unmute. Press the button on the extreme right side. Thanks. Yeah.
There you go.
So I guess you can hear me now. And first of all, I want to compliment greetings, Rachida and Anjali, for taking up this topic, which is a very important topic at present moment in time. I'm in Europe. I see it growing widely at present, but we must find ways of controlling it, ways and means, including your allopathic medicine, that means your medical treatments. But I would like to also, before we start any discussion about this matter, probably think about a holistic model of treatment of suicide, depressions, etc. As we all know, we are not only as a physical presence here on earth, we rather truly energetic beings experiencing the human existence and human life here on earth. And hence we have to treat this whole situation a little holistic, not only medical, but to combine also the spiritual aspect of our beings. what I personally see, the rise in depression and suicide tendencies has gone up in my experience for almost 30 years that I've been treating a lot of patients and doing a lot of acupuncture and things like that. There are certain patients who come up to the practice and you just see a gray kind of aura around them, energy field around them, which is not too healthy. And one thing that helps, and this is I would try to suggest to everyone dealing or knowing somebody who has such problem is to do regularly. If you could just fill up a bucket, half a bucket of water, and put about 2 tablespoons of salt water, or what you call this rock salt, and keep your feet inside for about for 10 minutes, not longer than 10 to 12 minutes, and do it regularly, and you will see a change because it sort of earths you properly. It takes away the negative energy surrounding you, and it helps a lot in these terms what you are discussing. And secondly, it is very important to know also medically, our brain has a limited capacity to work on problems. When we have too many problems at the same time, our brain does not function the way it should, and it gathers up. Less stress, meditate, and live a life and make good experiences beyond that. Thank you, both of you, and thank you, all the participants in this program. Bye.
Thank you, Brother Ashok. Thank you so much for that tip about the rock salt or the bath salts. That's just one method, and meditation is another. To keep ourselves grounded, keep ourselves refocused, because you're right. When we don't do natural healing methods like that, that's when things bottle up and they fester and fester and fester, and God forbid they get worse to the point of suicide. So, little practices like this implemented over time would surely start to put you in a better, healthier way, and hopefully not suicide. So thank you for that. Did you have any other remarks that you want to add, or points in this discussion before I hand it over to Dr. Anjan?
Yes, you can hand it over to Anjan and speak. I just want to thank you for this opportunity
My
and
pleasure.
hope that you reach a wide spectrum of people on our platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God willing, that is my mission. You know that. Dr. Anjan, what is your take on what Brother Ashok has said? Yes, please.
Richard, the fact that out of shame, out of the feeling of, no support, helplessness, is the reason that people don't come out with these things. Even worse, they don't know whom to go to. They have a reputation, an ego, and a position to uphold. But believe me, if they do not seek help, if nothing else, at least go and make merry. Understand that this escapist attitude is never a solution. And I request everybody in the 16 listening, if you would like to kindly come and participate and give us your perspective. You know, it's a very common topic. However, we'd appreciate. Thank you very much for coming up, Margaret. Yeah, and Cheria too.
Thank you, Dr. Anjan. Sorry. I see first in order we have Anthony, then my sister Margaret, then my sister Sharito. I also want to welcome to the audience my sister Sandra, my brother Tapas. Thank you for joining us for this discussion. If you guys want to come up, raise your hands as well. I'll be bringing you one by one, okay? And if you could keep your shares to 3 to 5 minutes just for the sake of time. Brother Ashok, I will bring you back down so I can bring other members up, okay? Thank you. I will be bringing up Anthony. Brother Anthony, go ahead. The floor is yours, my friend.
Hello, compliments of the day to everyone in the house. My greetings to the host, Rashida, and my dear friend Bonaji. It is an interesting topic and very important as well. Suicidal tendencies has to do with the wrong thoughts that we entertain in our minds. So it's a mind issue that we need to address. And just like somebody said, the heart of the matter, most things, the heart of the matter is a matter of the mind. And one thing about this suicide issue is that it has no boundary, it has no respect for boundaries. And it happens so much in where I come from, that is in Africa, because of the socio-economic condition. So it's a major factor, in having so much people commit suicide in this part of the world. And that is why we need to take these things very seriously. It has no respect for someone who is poor or rich, someone who is male or female, black or white, or the kind of education that we have. So what we need, basically, to overcome as a remedy, which has been helpful to me, is that I give my mind so much positive information. I read, books pertaining to, mind development, personal development. So we need a transformation of our consciousness, of our mind. And there are habits to that effect. In fact, I've been able to identify some habits that are very important. And I wrote a book, that I've been using for children, for school children, my secondary school age. And I've identified some habits that are very important to help us, to help in developing the mind, that will push away our suicidal tendencies. And one of it has been mentioned earlier on, which is meditation. Unfortunately, these things are not taught in schools. Most of those things that we need in life are not taught in schools. They're not in school curriculum. And that is why, I'm a person that, I'm not so much tilted towards this formal education. Despite the fact that I have formal education, but, people are missing so much by not having this kind of informal education that they will need to thrive in life. Education that will give us life skills. And, and that is why something like meditation is so strange in school. No, they are not taught in schools, but they are very important. Habits of meditation. These are habits that make us to see beyond the obvious. In fact, it's the mother of all habits. In actual fact. And praying as well. These are important habits that we need to develop the mind.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Anthony? Do you think that we have forgotten to go out in the rain, to skip classes, to fly kites, to be with the nature? I mean, our outdoor life has been consigned to the four walls.
With somebody who said
Yeah,
that private victory leads to public victory. And if God earn our private victory, we cannot have public victory. So we earn our private victory by developing all these habits, habits of meditation, the praying to God or whoever that we think that we are talking to. It's very, very important. Because these are the things that will help us to have that strong character. Even in the presence of opposition, in the presence, of suffering and hardship, you don't see suffering. You don't see suffering. And when you don't see suffering, you don't feel yourself on unnecessary pain. So and that's the level we need to achieve, we need to reach. So I want to thank you for this opportunity and give other people the opportunity to contribute. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Anthony. Thank you very much. Very vital. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in further rooms. Yeah. Richard?
Thank you, Anthony, for the reminder about prayer and meditation. Those are just two of our coping mechanisms. And not only praying for, oh God, please help me with this, but also praying gratitude to God. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the hardships, because without the hardships, we would never grow and develop into the best selves we were supposed to be. And how can we help others if we're not our best selves? Just something to ponder. So thank you for bringing that to the forefront of our minds, Anthony. I will go ahead and bring you back down to the listen lounge, and I'm going to welcome my sister Margaret to the stage. Before I do, I want to say hello to Habib, Sahil, and Kevin, Mr. Mingle, our brothers in the audience. Thank you guys for coming. If you'd like to speak, just raise your hands as well. So I'm going to switch here and bring Anthony down to the listening lounge and bring up my dear sister Margaret. Margaret, the floor is yours, my sis. What is on your heart today?
Hello, Margaret.
Hello, my sister Rachida and Dr. Nice to see you both and everyone listening. Thank you so much. This topic here is one that is necessary in our world. It's one that not everybody's going to come up and speak to. It's not one that somebody's going to admit, hey, yeah, I thought of this. That crossed my mind. Yeah, I, you know, it's one, but it's very vital. The mindset, right? It's a very complex thing, especially when circumstances happen, or if there is lack of love, or if something has been taken away, or if something is not given. I feel that we need to reach as many people as we can, and how are we going to do that is the real question. This platform, 20 people listening, and right now 3 people on the stage. There's millions to reach, right? Millions, billions of people, to let them know that they're not alone, and let them know that we too suffer with them. When one is suffering, we all suffer. We're one mind, you know. We've seen that happen in our community already once, already here, that somebody, just, and I don't know how many times has this happened, all over platforms, all over communities, all over globally. This is a global thing, you know. It doesn't care about race or age, not even age. Trying to prevent it, talk about it, what can we do about it, to be there for one another and say, hey, if you are hurting or if you need to speak, reach out, send that DM, make a phone call, whatever it takes to be truthful with what you're feeling and saying, I need help, without thinking that something, it's going to take away anything from you. I think sometimes that's what it is. It's fear, right? What are they going to do? Judge me? What are they going to think about me? I don't have it as together as I seem to. Is it going to discredit my title or my status or whatever? But yet, tendencies do not, suicidal tendencies, they don't care about any of those things. But the precious of humanity, right? Let everybody know how precious they really are, what a gift they are to the world, greatness. You were born to succeed because that's what you are. You're success. Life within itself, creator. And in all respect, yes, I believe in God, yes, I pray and everything, but not everybody does. And that's okay. I'm I'm here to say it's okay because they're still human and they're still life and precious. I just
You
wanted
know
to,
what? Yeah,
Mhm.
go on, please. Go on.
I just wanted to say that because even though people don't pray, even if they're not believers, their life is still precious and it's worth, it's worth saving. Go ahead, doctor.
No, Margaret, I honestly appreciate what you said. This is the truth. at the spur of the moment, it's murder. But to premeditate an action is the the root cause is depression, the shame, and even worse, one bread earner gone means at least six, seven associated individuals have nowhere else to look for. You know, I loved your share, Margaret. Absolutely correct. We all know this, but we are coming today not to give any advice, but to seek so many interesting perspectives of how best we can contribute our might. And let me tell you, like Rachida, Margaret, you, me, and Chariot, you, and the others in the room, anybody who feels that anybody could benefit, I would be available 24 by 7 for anybody. I already have a couple of hundreds who speak to me for an hour, and they do it repeatedly. I'm all ears. Maybe, who knows? Nobody thanks me. That's a different matter altogether. I don't even know the fate, but I do my bit. Margaret, so good. Please continue.
Gotcha. And John, thank you so much. Yeah, that's the thing is how it, where's the solution? And Mushika's right. It's a collective. We have to do this together, right? Whether you've been through this or not, we have to pull together and try to reach as many people. Maybe, some of you that host rooms, host a room like this also, so that you can reach your community as well, and your network, the people that you have in your rooms. We get so used to and caught up in what we always talk about, one thing. That's why I don't do one thing. That's why I don't do. And I'm so happy that even all the advice that I was given, I said, no, we can't do just one thing. The world is, and there's so much in it, right? There's so much details, there's so much of everything into us. This is one vital, crucial topic, epidemic that we need to talk about. That's affecting not only our youth, but elderly people, male, female, just everyone, you know. And it saddens me to think a 7 and a 12-year-old would ever have these thoughts, but they do. Thank you so much for your time, Rashida and Gajranjan. I'll be having a room too. Okay, this is my part. This is what I came up to say, is that I will be having a room like this as well. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Sister Margaret. And whenever you do have that room, please, send us all the link so that we can not only attend and, support you on that venture, but also invite all of our uh, family members here on LinkedIn. I say family because we're more than friends at this point. Most of us know each other pretty well, and we must stand together because multiple rooms need to convey this important message. So thank you so much. You're right, spot on when you said that it is collective. None of us can do it alone. And I really love what you said about all lives matter. Doesn't matter where you are, where you're from, who you believe in or don't believe in, you're still human. That's right there is enough. So thank you for pointing that out. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Miss Sharito, my sister, up. Before I do so, though, I want to welcome in the listening lounge. We have Plantine, my brother Plantine, Natalie, my brother Chris Monaster. We had a few others, but LinkedIn kicks people out and stuff like that. So as they come back in, we'll welcome them. So I will bring my sister Sharito. Thank you for being here. I know the time zone might be different, but thank you, Miss Sharito. Go ahead.
Hello, Rachida. Hello, Anjon. Good evening, everybody. Ashok there, my dear Leslie, everybody, and my BFF Lisa. And there are people down there that I invited here. Thank you very much. Now I cannot help but come up, because Anjon is a very close friend. Okay. Suicidal tendencies and remedies. Okay. So at my age, Rashida, you must have known I'm in my senior years. I looked some. I said, it's scary. Everybody wants to go
is there were only around 3 billion people. I never heard anybody committing suicide. But then, as the years go by until now, there are 8 billion people. So more and more are coming into the world. But when we look at the world, the land that we live on does not grow again, right? Still the same. But more people are coming in and passing in this world. Different countries, different regions, different religions. But then now, because of that, more and more competitions. The time changes with it. It evolves. Now we have even another competition, the artificial intelligence. I see and look at the records. Why did he commit suicide? Some were bullied, yeah. So other people committed that to him. I mean, induced him to die. And there's people who are hopeless, and people who were so down, like went to zero with their business and all that. The rich one could not think more, feeling so low and all that. Why are these things happening? I would like to say something in my own opinion, maybe because in my time, during our time, we were all prayerful. And I will second what Dr. Ashok and Marda said, and Dr. Anjon, that God is the only thing, that starts as a help to us. What I mean here is, with all the earthly things that we do and still we fail, we should need a heavenly intervention. And how do we do that? Do we ask God not to help our children to do that? What do you mean? You only ask because it's happening? So this is I would like to say. In my time, we were so prayerful. My generation, the generation of my parents, and I can always hear the people. I'm in a country in the Philippines, third world country, but we are a close knit family. Our culture is a prayerful and kind people. So we pray for our children and our grandchildren, even if our children are not married yet. So we try to put in us to God that please help us bring them up in the right way and in a godly way. And so I think it holds true because my generation, I still don't hear around many people doing that suicide. Things are so still okay. Then the generation that comes after us, my daughter mentioned that started. I saw people, children of their classmates saying, "What's happening?" So I said that because there is an erosion of values. The values inculcated from our great grandparents, our parents, and us were not so in tune. We're not so embedded in our children. So that's the wrong line, because everybody has their own family, right? Those who have no parents have their siblings. So maybe probably in order to stop this whole suicidal tendencies, now we cannot say that right now because high tech, everybody, our children does not even kiss the hand of their parents. But I saw to it that my children and my grandchildren, when they come home from school, they still have the courtesy. When the values are eroded, when your children come from school, they just throw their bags everywhere, go to their cell phones. And even in our tables, we eat each one. But if we have inculcated in their minds that values come first, before material things should be put in place into our homes. You can do everything as long as you have done. What is it that you really need to do? We are nurturing you. You have values within you which cannot be taken, right? The good values, the positive values, that you have to have courtesy, that you have to have kindness, understanding, and all that. And you have to give way to others. Do not look down on other people. Do not step down on other people's shoes. Because everybody is equal. So in that I say they suicided because they felt alone. Nobody to care for them. They could not tell anybody because they were not uh, taught that way. They were not in tune to that. But if we parents now, grandparents, push our children because we are rushing out on time. Artificial intelligence is here. We are flooded with machines and all the gadgets in life. So competition is so strict, so strong. Everywhere, our children, we leave them somewhere there, they come home crying because somebody is more than them. There's a competition, material competition in this world, and that's one thing that it will come up when the values are eroded in a family and in a certain person. So, but if a child grows up, that money is not everything, that I need to learn to be good to everyone. Everyone around me will also be good, right? So, for me, it's not too late. heavenly intervention, we parents are the number one source of help to our children. We shape the world by teaching our children and our grandchildren the values of a human person. And that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful thought, Kiri, to gets you back to the fact that be at peace with the religious belief. Another point which I think I would like to ask before we say goodbye to Kirito, currently, children, the teens, they are extremely impulsive. That is where we see the highest percentage of suicide at the spur of the moment. Later, as you grow up, a loss of a job or infidelity leads to such conditions, and then late in life, when you're all alone, you have nobody to fend for you. That is the third stage where, in my experience, I see more suicides and people wanting to end their lives. Just 1 minute to you, Chereto. How would you view this? As also, people view tragedy movies, tragic movies, emotional movies, and when it is an additional force which makes them ape what has happened in the film. What would you see on this, Chiriro?
Oh, and John, thank you for the question. I am alone also. I am old and I'm alone, but I'm happy. Why? Because I don't allow loneliness to consume me. Why? We were put into this world alone. So we're going there at that end part of our life being alone. It doesn't matter. Okay? Now, even if we are alone, that does not mean that we live alone in this world. We have neighbors, we have friends. Go out. Go out. If you think you are feeling so low, reach out to whoever you are or whatever. Go at any place. That's why I said that before you grow so old to be alone, you need to have make sure that your finances are in place. When you are still young and have the capacity to earn that money, save it for your being lonely, alone in the end at that part of your life. Because then you have something. You go everywhere this and that. Call another old person. Talk about yourself. What is your problem? There are always solutions to all problems because for me, problems are solutions in disguise. It's up to you to use your brain. I will not reach this ended point in my life because I've been thinking so much in the past, right? I've been using my mind or my brain all the time. Now that I'm alone, I still sometimes I put it on the feeds, I said this and say that, but deep within me, I know what to do with my life and ask God for that, for the guidance. So, loneliness is a choice, and John. It's either you want to be alone because you want to stay there alone, but loneliness is always a choice. Choose happiness. Get out, enjoy with people. If one person does not like you, there's 7 billion more and 8 billion more. Go out, seek for them, and enjoy life while still here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chirito. That was a very positive contribution. Wonderful. Thank you very much for coming up and giving us insight. God bless.
Thank you, Charito. I second what Dr. Anjan said. You always have such powerful shares. And I don't know about everybody else, but I can say for myself that I always walk away after your share with like an epiphany, an aha moment of, wow, I never thought of it that way. Or if I did think of it that way, thanks for reminding me. You know, as humans, we tend to forget these things. So thank you for that, Ms. Sharito. I see that we have, I want to welcome some guests in the audience. Keith Klizark, Ernest, Gary, my brother Gary, Zarar, my brother. Welcome, you guys, and welcome also, brother Sahil. I'm going to bring you up to the stage, and then the floor will be yours, my brother. What is on your heart this morning as it pertains to suicide prevention? Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, brother Sahil. Go ahead.
Hi,
Am I
Sahil.
audible?
So nice to see
Yeah.
you. So nice to see you. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. Thank you very much. In fact, I was looking forward to you last evening because I had created a space, so I did. But something went wrong. Understandable, there were a few more people. But anyway, thank you very much. Thanks, Rachida, allowing me to speak. Yeah, so what are we talking about?
We are talking about suicide prevention and how most people resort to suicide
Very good.
because they are lonely. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Your views, Mr. Sahil, on
Okay,
depression
all right, all right.
and yeah,
I can see that, but no, something is wrong with my network. I don't know what's happened.
Oh,
Uh,
I can hear you, Brother Sahil. Can you hear us? If not, perhaps you'd want to. Oh, I say he left already. Perhaps he can rejoin us. We'll give him a moment. But yes, going back to the topic is that the reason most people try to commit suicide is that they feel so alone. But like Miss Sharita was saying, it's a choice to be alone. You don't have to be alone. Reach out. You've probably got neighbors around you, people in your congregation. And that's another thing is people don't always go to the place of worship. I'm not saying one is better than the other. All are equal, but find one, at least one you can go and seek counsel, help, or even just talk to somebody. It helps, believe me. Don't stay isolated. That makes it worse. Dr. Anjan, what's your view on that while we wait for Brother Sahil to rejoin us?
this is an absolute fact. You can control your sympathetic nervous system, the way you see, the way you sniff, the way you eat. The parasympathetic nervous system, which takes care of your brain, the heartbeat, the functioning of the liver, they sometimes can play havoc. And even worse, once this depression word sets in, it automatically comes into tendencies like, hallucination, visions, fainting. So before this comes, and it comes in pretty quick, medically it comes in pretty quick. And this is the moment when you have to be either so very strong that you can control it, else you, and let me tell you this, not very many people will tell you this. It is seen after the age of 50 years, a person who is into depression has almost 40% higher chances of contracting cancer than people who live happily. This is a medical fact. Yeah, I see somebody in the raising their hands. Please, Vachita. Thanks.
Yes, we will welcome to the stage Brother Ashok. If you have some insights, yes, please.
Yeah, I would like to add on to what just Anjan just said. You know, probably it is quite controversial and we would laugh, but actually the goal of life, the primary goal of life when we come here in this incarnation is to give the really a really chance to a soul to be happy. You know, getting up in the morning and thinking about every person here and every person here, just to think about it. How can my soul be happy today? What can I do to make it happy? That's all that counts. If that would be the carrying energy which us here, I think we'll get this all the other dimension we together will have it in our hands. So let's just be happy about every day that we're here on earth. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Amen, Brother Ashok. I couldn't have said it better than that myself. What is going to make me happy? What will make us happy? Whatever that is, embrace it multiple times a day. Not just one day, once a day, multiple times a day. Because as you would realize by now, our energy has these peaks and valleys, ups and downs. It's not sunshine and roses all day, every day. It goes down, it comes up. It goes down, it fluctuates, you know? So, reminding ourselves of what you just said, what will it take to keep me happy? And embracing in those activities and those experiences, even those conversations with our friends, colleagues, loved ones, that will keep us happy. And by keeping us happy, God willing, we would avoid suicide. That's like the best thing I could ask for. So thank you, dear Ashok, for bringing that to light. And John, go ahead. Mhm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashok, my elder brother. I like, Dr. Elizabeth Hawes, so very learned and Chris, people who have seen more summers than most. Lisa, um, we like your views, yeah. Hopefully, we could be a little more enlightened. And by the time people contemplate, let me tell the audience Rachida and I have plotted an international organization, the Royal Academy of Excellence. We are not looking to glorify anything. We are here with a purpose to eliminate, we cannot eliminate, at least educate and save some lives. There are many, this is one of the many, many subjects which we would get into deep inside. She and I would be going to various parts of the world to develop our lectures. Since I teach management, the link between the management subjects and the ancient methods of meditation, yoga, these would be subjects which is not taught anywhere in the world. She and I would be giving lectures on these things, and I would welcome anybody who would like to be a part of us with no expectations. Our arms are very wide open, and we would love to have as many of us as possible. Over to you, Rachida. I see somebody in the audience wanting to come up. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Anjan. I will bring Brother Ashok down back to the VIP lounge, and I will be bringing up our other brother, Tapas. Tapas, thank you for joining us. The floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm a bit groggy because I'm still in bed. It is a very
Aww.
important topic, so I thank Anjan really for bringing and discussing this topic. Um, First of all, count me in your effort and organization. I just wanted to tell you something about personal life. I am GIB Trauma Fellow from India, and one of the fellowships request me to represent Indians in a good light in North America during my studies and living and everything. But nevertheless, I would like to be your organization. I have followed organizations like Ashoka and Shiva before. I want to take it something simple than having a bigger purpose in life, serving people, humanity, doing something great. Maybe be great in leading, maybe great scientist, maybe teach children, maybe help people lead, right? Doing something greater than yourself, but serving others brings a deeper meaning, the purpose of life, and that can help you reduce your depression and have a meaning, the ikigai. And that's all I want to do simple. And I believe in Zen meditation. And I read a book called John Kabat-Zinn. It's an English-written meditation book that is available. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Tapas. Always a pleasure to have this young man, groggy young man who still takes out time for our rooms. Very grateful. Rachida, we have 9 minutes to go. We have Lisa with her opinion, and maybe one or two other guests, and then we will have to close the room. So thank you, Tapas, very much. Look forward to your contributions and being associated. Thank you very much. Prachita.
Thank you, Anjan. Thank you, Brother Tapas. A very critical point you mentioned there, that, even you're groggy, but you make time for this because it's a critical subject. So we thank you and welcome you to our other events in the future. So I will bring you down to the Listen Lounge, and I will bring up next our sister Lisa, and then Natalie after that. Natalie might be our last speaker, depending on where we're at with time at that time. Welcome, Sister Lisa. Please go ahead and speak your heart, my friend.
Hi, thank you to you both. Good morning, good evening, everyone here. I'll keep it brief as usual. I just wanted to celebrate the fact that you all are having this topic. It's not an easy topic to talk about, but you all are creating a space for it, so that's very. I'm very thankful for that. Because as you know, I'm dealing with women's health issues and women in menopause and midlife, and this is something that women in menopause struggle with. It may come from a hormonal place. The hormonal fluctuations may trigger these thoughts, but many women go through with these thoughts. Anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts is something that women in midlife and menopause struggle with. And I love how you're reframing it and saying, well, and I love Sharita's share that, if one person doesn't like you, there's 7 billion more, right? So and I actually had an event yesterday with I am seeing Leslie Flowers in the audience about how to find joy in menopause, how to find joy in midlife. Yes, these are issues we struggle with, and the reason why we struggle with it's various reasons, but we always have a choice once we're on this side of the grass, once we're still alive, we have a choice on how we proceed with it. We may need extra support to get to where we want to go. For example, if you're suffering with 60 symptoms in menopause, it may be difficult to figure out how you can find that joy or how you can not have anxiety or depression or suicidal thoughts. So you may need extra support in that. But there's always a solution, there's always a way out of it. Um, I actually posted my newsletter about how to find joy in menopause, so I invite you to take a read with that of that. But I just wanted to say thank you for having these conversations. I know it's very difficult sometimes. It touches on subjects which we're not comfortable talking about. But the more we talk about it and normalize these things, the more we realize, okay, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay if there's a mental health issue you need to deal with. That's okay. That's part of life. That's part of who we are. It's just part of our new normal, if you want to say that. But it's okay, and it's okay to ask for that help and to receive that help. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Lisa. You are the maiden individual who talks about a subject where, because of the hormonal changes, these facts of depression is a very, very big contributing factor, and your contribution is sincerely appreciated. Thank you very much for coming up. And I think we have 5 more minutes. And I would, by the time somebody raises their hand, I would like to once again appreciate Ernest, Peter, Chedero, Pete, Atul, my friend Gary, Michele, Gentleman Emmy, Chitty Peri, Margaret, Zara, oh, Nestorita, Tapas, Judith, Sajudin, Doctor, Lars, Divine, oh, she's not, so good. And Sandra, Ashok, Habib, and my dear friend Chris. Anybody who would like to contribute? Zara, come right over, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anjan. I also want to welcome, like you said, in the audience, we have Tracy Chidiberry, if I said it right. Sorry if I butcher your name. Our good friend Annie, and my sister Divine. Thank you for all coming. All for coming. I will bring Natalie and then Zarar, and Maybe Zarar will be the last one because, how can I not bring Zarar? He's my brother. So I'm going to bring Miss Natalie up, and Lisa, I will put you back down to the lounge. But thank you for your insightful contributions. We always love your opinion and your feedback. Thank you. So let me bring up Natalie. Natalie, the floor is yours. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Sister Rashida and Brother Ashok and everybody in the VIP lounge. All I wanted to say was thank you for taking the time out of your your own lives to host a space for anybody that's interested in this subject and learning more, or that would like to enhance their knowledge and existing skills regarding the subject. I've done a resource dump on your behalf. I hope you don't mind. Of official resources and free. They're all free, and there's official National Health Service UK training that takes around 20 minutes that you can do, and that's for everybody that has access to internet and a connection and device. Obviously, if you have access to a printer, please do print them up for your communities that might not have access, and please share them far and wide. And that's all I wanted to say. And thank you so much, Lisa, and everybody else that came up since I've been here. I do apologise for being late, but I was trying to turn up for somebody else, so that's why I was late. So I do apologise for being late tomorrow. And you can kick me off the stage now, but thank you.
No worries at all, Sister Natalie. Thank you for those free resources because free things like that, it might mean the difference between life and death for those who really don't have any other means. So thank you for that contribution. I will go ahead and bring you down, and I'm going to bring Brother Zerard up. Let me see here. Brother Zerard, thank you for joining us. Please go ahead and speak your feedback on this subject. Go ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody from this part of world, Pakistan. Uh, the most practiced religion here is Islam. Um, I'm in Lahore. Uh, uh, we also have like suicidal cases here in the villages mostly, in the urban areas, now in the rural areas and now in the urban also, where people, mostly with the people who are like, who have like substance abuse or something like that, mostly in these cases. But uh, according to I was like doing a research on it, like what does Islam does really allows it? It's forbidden. It's totally forbidden here. So when you compare with the Islamic countries to the rest of the world, um, uh, there are like more cases in the rest of the world except bit of Islamic countries. Why? Well, because it's like the last prophet was also like he said it's forbidden. There was a man before you left. He was hurt and he could not like if he cannot tolerate, so he took a knife and he cut his own hand, and and he bled until he died. So at that point, God said that he had it to kill himself, and therefore I forbade that he dies. So they're clearly written in scriptures, clearly said by the last prophet, clearly said by the last imams that doing a suicide is not allowed. So you're even in this life, life after that, it's all gone. Your life is without any meaning. It's meaningless. So no one should wish for death because of the injury or whatever the suffering they're going from. But just to believe in themselves, because God is more closer than our own your tongue, right? And so once you know that God is present within yourself, so we cannot have those feelings of suicide. Um, yes, this is happening all around the world, but less in the Islamic countries, to be very honest. That's just a little share. So Rashida, take care of yourself. Dr. Anjan, I love you and your insights and everything. We are like neighbors, really with a slight difference, but yes, not even a difference. Globally, we all are the same. So keep doing this. Keep doing this.
Thank you so much, Brother Zarar. Go ahead and Dr. Anjan.
Thank you, Ronald. Very vital, very valuable, we are on time, Rachida. We still have Sandra and Gary, so I think we'll make it brief, a minute if possible each, so as to respect LinkedIn's time. Thank you, Gerald. God bless.
John, can you hear me?
Certainly,
Yes.
yes.
So yes, we are on time. Are we concluding that Zarar was the last speaker, or are we going to take Gary, Tapas, or anybody else?
No, Rachida, since it is our first ever event, we'll have to get Gary and Sandra over, and then we'll wind up. We'll
Oh,
thank everybody. We'll wind up. Yeah. Thank
okay.
you. Thank you, Gerald.
I didn't want to exclude anyone. Forgive me. All right, so I will bring Gary up, and then after that, Sister Sandra, and hopefully then we will be closing out on time, but that everyone has had a chance to be heard. Go ahead, Brother Gary. Yes, please.
Good morning to all. Good evening, Laquaz. Welcome to everybody on the stage. Welcome to everybody in the listening lounge. I want to thank everybody, each one of you individually. I'll start off my showing up on the stage. Python hugs for everybody. Really strong, intense hugs of love, caring, and sharing. We want to make sure that you're all around for the next round we call daily life activities. So remember, you are enough. You are enough. Say it over and over and over and over again. You are enough. Period. That's it. When God made you and put you on this earth, He didn't say to you, well, I must be missing a part here and there. He made you whole. He made you intact, and you are enough. And to this end, being in Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, I have posted on my LinkedIn page a suicide prevention toolkit, which I think everybody will find useful, helpful, and as guidance to keep from trying to kill someone or help someone else from taking their own lives. Again, this is a difficult, dicey subject to cover. I'm also building a suicide prevention app to address this issue on some level, to bring people back from the other side of total hopelessness, to bring them back into the light, to keep them sustained for as long as humanly possible. And to that end, I would like to thank everybody else in the room, everybody in the listening lounge. Thank you for letting me add, and thank you for having this room.
Thank you, Gary. Your presence is always so enjoyable, and on behalf of Rachida, I request you whenever it's feasible, we would like you to be there to contribute. Over to you, Rachida. Sandra should be next. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Anjan. Yes, I do agree with Dr. Anjan, Gary. I wholeheartedly welcome you to any and all of our events. I know, you have your own life going on, but if you could attend any of them that you can, we definitely want your partnership because, you are doing so much in the world of suicide prevention that we need more people like you in this world. I'll just say that. So we commend you for the work you are doing. And I know it's not over yet. We've got a long way to go on this journey. But the lives that we stand to save along the way, God willingly, would make all of it worth it. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure. Thank you so very much.
So nice, Gary. Thank you very much. Rachida, we'll now have Sandra as the last guest over, and then
Yes.
we'll say goodbye, acknowledge everybody, and wish goodbye to everybody for their valuable time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anjan. I see that Sandra stepped away. Maybe she will hopefully rejoin us. I'll give her a couple of minutes. There we go. Let me bring her up. Welcome to the stage, Sister Sandra. Please go ahead and speak on this crucial topic of suicide prevention.
Good morning, everyone. I'm in the car, so I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. I just wanna say thank you for this amazing room. Um, for the people that is going.
Thank you, Sister Sandra. We appreciate you joining us, even though you know you are busy with driving or what have you. Just stay safe, God willing. And thank you for your contributions. You're right, teaching your son that, be kind to people because you never know how hard they have it, even especially students. It's so hard, and kids can be so cruel these days. But if you, as a parent, do your diligence and teach your children, be kind to others, just maybe, that will rub off on the next student that they're kind to, and they'll be nice to somebody else, and so on. So thank you for that, Sister Sandra. I'm going to go ahead and bring you back down to the listening lounge now. And Dr. Anjan, do you think we've about to wrap it up here? Or please go ahead.
Yes, yes. I would like to thank everybody individually from the core of my heart with my co-host Rachida. It's our maiden endeavor ever. Everybody who came up, everybody who spent their time listening, contributing, sending their emojis. Words cannot convey how honestly grateful we are. This has been for 1 hour. Maybe we'll request for a little longer, 1.5 hours, so that we have very many more, who would come up. This requires discussion. It does. It can save a life. That's how vital it is. So over to you, Rachida, and thank you, everybody. All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Anjan. I certainly appreciate you first and foremost. Thank God that our paths crossed and aligned for this crucial mission of saving lives through suicide awareness and suicide prevention. Um, because for me, it's always been about saving lives, and it will always be till the day I die. And I know a lot of people think I'm crazy that I say, oh, I'm available 24/7 for free of charge, just a kind ear to anyone that needs it. But I still extend that offer to everybody. Um, and I want to thank Zarar. I know you're there. You want to speak. Perhaps we could have you address in the DMs or in the comments, only because we're trying to wrap things up. My apologies. Um, but anybody who has any other feedback or things to add or contributions to this discussion, please put it in the comments or the DMs. Reach out to us. Most of you have my phone number. You can call me anytime, night or day. So I want to thank you all again. Everybody that's here, so many friends and family members. Um, ne- I can't say the name. Ne- Nestorita, Ashok, Sharito, Dr. Leslie, Tajuddin, Peter, Sandra, Habib, Chris Monaster, Keith, Gary, Zarar, Sister Margaret, Sister Natalie, Shidiberry, sorry if I say it wrong, Sister Divine, Sister Lisa, Athul, Brother Tapas, and many, many, many more that have come and gone and supported us, and even those that weren't here but might, add through future discussions. Anyone that's in our community, we really appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. We need to come together as one humanity, one love for everyone. Peace and blessings to everybody. Dr. Anjan, any final thoughts before we close? Dr. Anjan, any final thoughts before we close? I guess there's nothing more to add. All right. Well, with that, thank you all for coming. And till the next time, stay tuned to my LinkedIn page and Dr. Anjan's LinkedIn page. That's where we will be posting future updates on, further discussions like this. And if you guys have any events going on, please put it in the comments of this page, of this event, and share the links with us so we can share it with our networks of family and friends here so that we'll help each other. It's really about coming together. So thank you all. With that, I will say good day to you all, good night to you all, wherever you are in the world. Peace and blessings. And I will be closing in 5 seconds.